6th Math, October 2021 data point test. Number 1. Franklin's vending service received a shipment of soda for its machines. The manager determined that 15% of the cans were damaged. What fraction of the cans were damaged? A. 1/15, B. 3/20, C. 1/5, or D. 2/3. Number 2. The shaded area on the grid represents the parts of a rectangular wall mural that was covered in tiles. Each small tile on the mural has the same dimensions. What percentage of the wall mural was tiled? F. 30%, G. 9%, H. 39%, or J. 21%. Number 3. An engine is operating at 25% of its full power. Which number line shows the point that represents 25%? Number 4. A fully shaded model represents 100%. Which model is shaded to represent 4/5? Number 5. A waiter earned a 17% tip. What decimal is equivalent to 17%? Record your answer. Be sure to use the correct place value. Number 6. Dolores spent 13 of the $20 in her wallet. Which decimal represents the fraction of the $20 Dolores spent? F. 0.35, G. 0.13, H. 0.07, or J. 0.65. Number 7. Ariel wants to save a total of $50 to buy a new jacket. She has saved $10 so far. Which percentage represents the fraction of the total that Ariel has saved so far? A. 10%, B. 20%, C. 40%, or D. 50%. Number 8. The shaded part of the model can be represented with a fraction, a decimal, and a percent. Which fraction, decimal, and percent correctly identify the shaded part? F. 3/10, 0.3, 3%, G. 3/10, 0.03, 30%, H. 3/10, 0.3, 30%, or J. 3/10, 0.33, 33%. Number 9. The Venn diagram shows the relationship among different sets of numbers. Which number would be located in the shaded part of the diagram? A. Negative 1.7, B. Negative 8, C. 2/3, D. 10. Number 10. Which of the following diagrams shows the correct placement of numbers? Whole numbers, 0.25, integers, negative 12, rational numbers, 1/4. G. Whole numbers, 3.5, integers, negative 6, rational numbers, negative 12. H. Whole numbers, negative 6, integers, 6.5, rational numbers, 0.6. J. Whole number, 18, integer, negative 9, rational number, 3/5. Number 11. 3 sets of numbers are identified in the Venn diagram: whole numbers, integers, and rational numbers. Which of the following numbers could be placed in the shaded area of the diagram? A. 3, B. Negative 12, C. 1/2, D. 4.5. Number 12. George wrote an integer. The opposite of George's integer is negative 53. Which of these statements about George's integer must be true? 1. The integer is 53. 2. The integer has an absolute value of negative 53. 3. The integer is negative 53. 4. The integer has an absolute value of 53. F, 1 and 2. G, 2 and 4. H, 2 and 3. J, 1 and 4. Number 13. Which two numbers represent the same distance from 0 on the number line? A, negative 5 and 3. B, 0 and 2. C, negative 3 and 4. Or D, negative 5 and 5. Number 14. Point M will be plotted between points L and point N on the number line. Which number could point M represent on the number line? F, 1/5. G, 7/4. H, 2/1. J, 7/5. Number 15. The table shows a portion of day 4 students used to build a website. Jamal, 29.4%, Andrew, 37.6%, Ernesto, 7/25, and Blake, 3/10. Which list shows the students in order from greatest amount of time used to least amount of time used? A, Andrew, Blake, Jamal, Ernesto. B, Blake, Andrew, Jamal, Ernesto. C, Ernesto, Blake, Andrew, Jamal. D, Andrew, Jamal, Ernesto, Blake. Number 16. Which list shows the numbers in order from least value to greatest value? F, negative 2/5, negative 2.47, negative 2.5, 5, and 21/4. G, negative 2/5, negative 2.47, negative 2.5, 21/4, 5. H, negative 2.5, negative 2.47, negative 2/5, 5, 21/4. J, negative 2.5, negative 2.47, negative 2/5, 21/4, 5. Number 17. 4 companies provide internet service to customers. The table shows the percentage of growth in the number of customers at these companies. W, 12.2%. X, 9.29%. Y, 12.125%. Z, 9.75%. Which list shows these companies in order from least percentage of growth to the greatest percentage of growth? A, W, Y, Z, X. B, X, Z, Y, W. C, Z, X, W, Y. D, X, Z, W, Y. Number 18. Which model represents negative 5 plus 2? Number 19. Which model represents simplifying the expression of 8 plus negative 3? Number 20. Luann is playing a math game. She chooses 3 cards. The value of her cards are shown. First card, negative 12. Second card, 3. Third card, negative 5. What is the sum of the values of Luann's 3 cards? Record your answer and be sure to use the correct place value. Number 21. Use a number line to subtract. Negative 7 minus negative 3. Number 22. The shaded model represents 100%. Which model represents 60%? Number 23. Which number line shows these points correctly labeled? Number 24. Which number has a value between negative 8.423 and negative 8.395? F, negative 8.1, G, negative 8.75, H, negative 8 1/2, J, negative 8 2/5. Number 25. Lane wrote this problem on his paper. Negative 2 plus 5. Which of these models represent his problem? Please make sure that you review your answers and make sure that you have answered all questions. When you are sure that you have answered all questions, please press the submit button to record your test.